A couple of years ago, my sister called me out of nowhere and said, "This is all your fault." Then she sent me a picture that made my stomach drop. But to understand that moment, you need to go back to the beginning. She told me she was pregnant. She was scared, crying, saying she wasn't ready to be a mom. The guy wasn't even in the picture, just someone she barely knew from a party. Then she said something that completely caught me off guard. "You should take the baby." I honestly thought she was kidding, but she kept going. She said I'd always talked about wanting kids someday and that this could be my chance. The problem? I was 19 and 3 months away from leaving for Oxford. I told her no. That's when everything started falling apart. She went straight to our parents and twisted the story. Suddenly, I was getting daily calls about responsibility and family loyalty. My dad told me if I didn't step up, I shouldn't bother coming home again. Even extended family got involved, messaging me like I was the villain in all of this. Then things got even more bizarre. She started telling people online that I had agreed to raise the baby. Friends and relatives began congratulating me, and when I tried to correct them, my post mysteriously kept disappearing. Not long after, packages started showing up at my dorm. Baby clothes, toys, even furniture. One day, I walked into my room and found a crib already put together next to my desk. That was my breaking point. I made a public post explaining everything clearly, that I was going to Oxford and was not raising a child that wasn't mine. Then I blocked everyone. But she wasn't done. She tried to interfere with my university plans by pretending to be me and requesting a deferral. Luckily, I caught it just in time. Then I received legal paperwork. She had actually tried to list me as the adoptive parent without my consent. That's when I knew I had to fight back properly. I recorded a phone call where she openly admitted what she'd done. With that evidence, I hired a lawyer and took it to court. The judge saw through it immediately and shut everything down. I walked out thinking it was finally over. For about a week, it was quiet. Then she called again. "I hope you're happy," she said in a strange, almost mocking tone. A second later, my phone buzzed with I won't go into detail, but it was clear something serious had happened. I asked her what was going on, thinking it might have been a medical emergency, but she told me she had made a reckless decision while intoxicated that resulted in her losing the pregnancy. And then she blamed me, said I had pushed her into it. I didn't argue. I didn't try to defend myself. I just hung up, reported everything, and cut off all contact with my family. A few weeks later, I left the country and started my life over. Months passed before I heard anything again. Someone sent me a news article. My sister had been convicted and sentenced to prison. And since then, I haven't heard from any of them.